Hi everybody. I just wanted to show you like a real simple quilt square. I just learned it. I just learned it all by myself. Well, not all by myself. I don't never learn anything all by myself. But this here is the quilt square. This is pretty cool looking, I think. I made this one with a 10 by 20 because I always start with a 10 by 10 because I'm just into 10 by 10 squares. And then these are 5 by 5 squares. But I think that it would be better with a 4 by 4 square. So I cut me four by 4 squares. And I cut them all together so they'd be both like all matchy watchy, you know. And so I got four different 4 by 4 inch squares. So the way this is done is you lay one square down. And I got it right in the middle since my square is cut, it's folded in quarters. It's kind of already marked. And so then I take the second one and I put it like this way. So it's like this way. So then that's still the corner there. And then I put this one like right here. And it's kind of, well, let me scoot that one over a little bit. I have to fudge them around. And then this one goes right here. So this one's kind of even with that red one. And then I then I pick that one up right there and then flop it over like this. And so that, oh yeah, I like the 4 by 4 squares much better. Now, these two are kind of light together. Maybe it would have worked better if I had a different color right here. But see, you work with whatever colors you have. And I just picked up 4 pieces of fabric. And so that's how you lay them out. That is as simple as it gets. I'm telling you, that is about the hardest part. And then I machine applique them on. So I just put little, let me see, let me put my pins here so I don't drive over them with the sewing machine. And and so yeah, here, and here. So I got them all 4, so they're not going to move in the middle, see? So that where they all cross over in the middle, it makes that X right there, see? So it's like an X, well, sort of, you know. But they're all on there now. So now I'm going to, excuse me, I'm still wearing the same shirt I was wearing yesterday. I know, I should change for you guys. Change my shirt. Oops. My headphones. Oh, I don't need my headphones on because you all aren't talking to me. Sometimes I put them on and I forget to take them off. Be sure to block all the noise around me in case I don't want to hear any noise. But now I'm just going to applique the. I have all this stuff around me just for y'all's entertainment. Okay. But what I'm going to. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my. I found my. Oh, see, this was the. Oh, I did show you this, right? This was the first one I did, but I used 5 by 5 squares, and I think they were too big. But I was still going to use that square. I mean, I don't throw them. All my squares are different. I was just looking to see if I could find my little remote control right here so I could scoot you up closer, but of course I don't see it down there. Whatever. And so now I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to start just zigzagging. And I'm going to go around the edges with the zigzag stitch. And so, where's the on button? Oh, here it is. Sometimes I'm just not too bright. Takes me a minute. And so I'm just going to go around each one, every place where I see, and those are just raw edges, those squares. And I am into the raw edge quilting. I love the raw edges. Let me tell you, for one thing, it's simple, and for thing 2, it's fast, and for thing 3, it's beautiful, and thing 4, it's for fabuloso. Well, anyway, there's a lot of good qualities in it. The simple and primitive look is just what I love, and so go around all of these pieces. we'll just get them stitched right on there. See, this is where I should pause it so you don't have to hang around. But I don't do that. I just don't do that. This will be a short video anyway, I think, because it doesn't take long to do. Whenever I get to the end of a spot there, then I can, oh, my fist, I mean my hand, I'm telling you, they need to make anti-arthritis medication. This thing helps a lot, but it's still that pain sneaks through there and reminds you that you're old as the rock. Old as a rock. And yeah, but that's all the complaining for today. I tried not to complain. I try not to complain. I don't like complaining, especially about my health. And every once in a while I say ouch, and then Papa wants to know what hurts. And I have to tell, I say no, nothing. He goes, well, why did you say ouch? And I have to tell him why, and I don't like to. Because then he wants to fix it. And he's not no brain surgeon. But he wants to fix everything. So, yep, that's life in the big city. And so, boy, I hope all of yous is having good weather. I mean, I know, gosh, I was on my live stream yesterday, and so many of the people on the live stream were saying how there's a big storm going through the whole Midwest or all the way across the country, I guess, with snowstorms and blizzards like there's never been before. And oh, that just breaks my heart to hear that. And so, okay, let's see, where am I at here? Okay, I gotta lift my needle up here and then scoot right down here. All that. And then somebody said in Minnesota, it's supposed to be a blizzard worse than any blizzard on record. And I can't even hardly wrap my head around that one, because I remember snow in Minnesota in the 60s, in the 50s. And there was snow sometimes that we couldn't get out of the house because the door was just blocked in with snow. And where else? Do I got that whole thing done? I couldn't have the whole. Oh no, I gotta come down here. Yeah, and I remember days when the snow was so high that the snowdrifts actually closed the doors to the house. I mean, we couldn't get out of the house. But then there was one door on the farmhouse that it wasn't really used, so there was no porch to that door, and so in an emergency like that, then somebody could jump out that door because there was no way for the snow to drift up to it, and they could get out that door and then go unblock the other doors, so we could at least get out, because living on a farm, you have to get out because you got to go tend to the animals, and we had the cows that had to be milked, and so to be able to tend to, and of course you got to feed them too, but yeah, so, but I remember snowstorms like that, and so if now they're talking snowstorms like there's never been before, that's some bad snowstorms. So, although I know I was up there in the olden days before indoor plumbing. Oh, we did have indoor plumbing. We did have indoor plumbing at the farmhouse. But at the little house, well, we had a little house on the property too. And what we called the little house, and that's where Grandma and Grandpa lived. Because they did have the farmhouse, but then we swapped when they got too up in their years to take care of the farm, then my dad and mom and us children took over the farm. And then Grandma and Grandpa moved to the little house, which wasn't a little house. It was still 2 stories and a basement, and it was nice. But okay, now look at there. See how simple that went together and how pretty that looks. It's got the 4 squares, and here I've got it. It's a 10 by 10 square, and then 4 by 4 squares that are just laid on top of there, but they're just laid down almost in a diamond shape. But then, as you can see, each one overlaps the other one. And look how pretty that looks. Now, if I were to have put batting underneath those squares, which I may try that, because all my 10 by 10 squares turn out different. I have so many 10 by 10 squares. Well, even my 10 by 10s aren't all exactly 10 by 10. But I have just got gobs of 10 by 10 squares. They just pile up. See, that one's different too. And one day I might sew all these together and then have a big old quilt, and it won't have no rhyme nor reason, but it'll be pretty. I'm telling you, it'll be pretty. But see, there's a bunch of squares. I got more 10 by 10s too somewhere, here and there and everywhere. Some of them are just a bunch of craziness, and some of them are just more simple. But I kind of like these. So I think, and I might work this. Maybe I'm going to put the this stuff around the edges of this. I think that will be very pretty if I put the chenille work around just the outside, not in here, but just the outside dimensions. What did Papa show me here on his phone? As you can see from the following list, most of the communities. Oh my gosh. So this must be, is this in Minnesota, Papa? 19 inches in Apple Valley, 17 inches in Cambridge, Burnsville 16.9 inches, Savage has 16 inches, North Branch has 15.9, Farmington has 15.8, Lakeville, Edgerton, Soja. That's a lot of snow. I'm glad I'm not there. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to let you all go. Oh, my daughter just showed up here, unannounced. And so I'm going to let you all go.
Hello.
That's my daughter who just came unannounced. What do you have there?
Clothes for you.
You have clothes for me?
Nails.
That sure is big.
3X.
3 X's?
Yeah.
They might be a little snug. She just brought me a bag full of clothes. I love this girl.
But I'm only leaving them if she promises to get rid of some that are in her closet.
Okay. Oh, those look like they'll be pretty big to go around my booty. Okay, love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.